Okay, so here's a variation of your volume questions. This one is called Will It Overflow? So basically we have a picture of a rectangular prism that is filled with water, and it is 78% full. And then you have a cylinder or a cup of water that is completely full that you add to this container, and the question is, will it overflow? So there's a little bit of steps to this. The first thing we're going to do is figure out what would the full volume of the container be. Oh, that's not the right marker. What is the full volume? So the full volume is a rectangular prism, so it's length times width multiplied by the height, or 25 times 20 multiplied by the whole height of the prism, which is 30. This would be 50 plus 2 zeros, no, plus 1 zero. Sorry, that'd be 500 multiplied by 30, which means the full volume, if it was full, would be 1,000 or 15,000 cubic centimeters of space, or if it's liquid, it would have a capacity of 15,000 milliliters of liquid, or 15 liters it could hold. Okay, but it's not full. This is only if it was full. So really we have 78%, I'll bring this over here a bit, 78% of the 15,000 liter or 15,000 milliliter capacity is what's in there. 78% as a decimal is 78 hundredths multiplied by 15,000. I'm going to take my calculator and do that work. 78% of 15,000 is 11,700 milliliters, or centimeters cubed. That's how much water is in that particular container right now. Okay? So the full volume is 15,000. The amount of volume that's in there right now is 11,700 milliliters of liquid. And what we're going to do is we're going to add this amount of water to that container. Okay? So I'm going to still calculate the amount of volume of water using the area of the base times the height of the prism. Since it's a cylinder, the area of the base will be a circle, or pi r squared. Pi we can treat as being the number 3 for purposes of estimation. The radius, well, if the diameter is 10, then the radius will be 5. I now have 3 times 5 squared times the height of the prism, which is 40, or 3 times 25 multiplied by the height of the prism, which is 40, or 75 multiplied by the height of the prism, which is 40. Or if I take my calculator and go, what is 75 times 40? Should be around 3,000, I think. Maybe. 75 times 40 is 3,000. So the amount of liquid I am adding to this container is 3,000 milliliters. And if I add that 3,000 milliliters to the volume of water that's in there, I have 11,700 plus the additional 3,000. That equals 14,700. Since the capacity, we calculated the very first thing we did, the capacity or the full volume was 15,000 cubic centimeters or milliliters, we know that it is not going to overflow. It is going to be short by 300 milliliters altogether. Okay? So the answer is no, it will not overflow.